High income, fancy cars, designer suits, first-class flights. That's the dream, right? The definition of success. But what if I told you that many high earners, yes, those making 6 or even 7 figures, are secretly broke? They're just one financial setback away from disaster. Sounds crazy? Well, stick around because today we're uncovering why most high earners stay poorer than they appear. The money traps that keep them on a financial hamster wheel. You might just recognize some of these pitfalls in your own life or people around you. Let's dive in. Let's talk about a household name, MC Hammer. The rapper behind You Can't Touch This made over $70 million at the height of his career. He had 17 cars, a private jet, and a mansion with a staff of 200 people. The guy was living large, until he wasn't. By 1996, just a few years after his peak, he filed for bankruptcy, drowning in $13 million of debt. How does someone who made tens of millions end up broke? Simple. Overspending, poor investments, bad financial advice, and thinking the money train would never stop. He built a lifestyle that required millions to sustain, even when the millions stopped rolling in. MC Hammer's story is a prime example that income alone doesn't create wealth. Smart money management does. The illusion of wealth is what traps many high earners into thinking they're financially secure. But in reality, they're just a few missed paychecks away from losing it all. So if you're ready to learn why this happens and how to avoid it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's expose the truth behind why high earners stay broke. All right, let's kick things off with the biggest myth out there. High income equals wealth. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Making $500,000 a year doesn't mean much if you're spending $550,000. Yet most high earners fall into the trap of, I make a lot, so I must be rich. Nope. That's like saying someone who eats a lot of protein must have muscles without working out. It doesn't work that way. Let me ask you this. If someone took away your paycheck for 6 months, would you still be fine financially? If the answer is no, then you don't have wealth. You just have a high income with high expenses to match. The real key to wealth? Net worth. The money you keep, not the money you make. And if your expenses are outpacing your earnings, congratulations. You're just a high-paid financial disaster in waiting. Think of wealth like a bucket of water. Your income is the faucet, constantly pouring water in. But if your bucket has holes, like excessive spending, debt, and poor investments, no matter how much water flows in, it keeps leaking out. High earners often fail to patch these holes, leaving them trapped in a cycle of spending and earning without building true financial security. Here's another thought. What's your end goal with money? If your focus is only on making more, rather than keeping more, you'll always be chasing your next paycheck. Now that we've debunked that myth, let's move on to something even more dangerous, lifestyle inflation. Moving forward, let's talk about one of the sneakiest money traps, lifestyle inflation. Ever heard the phrase, more money, more problems? It's not just a catchy song lyric, it's a financial reality. The moment people start earning more, their expenses magically rise to match. Bigger salaries mean bigger homes, luxury vacations, and cars they barely drive but love to post on Instagram. It's called lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent killer of financial growth. As Warren Buffett says, if you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. Here's a question. Have you ever felt that no matter how much you earn, you still never seem to have enough? That's because your expenses are keeping pace with your income. Instead of upgrading their life, most high earners just upgrade their bills. And that's why they stay broke. But let's be real. Bad spending habits don't just happen. They're fueled by something even bigger, social pressure and financial comparison. Society rewards visible wealth. When people see their peers posting exotic vacations or luxury cars, they feel the need to keep up. It's a psychological trap that tricks high earners into thinking they have to spend more to maintain their social status. The worst part? Many are financing this extravagant lifestyle with debt rather than actual wealth. Take a moment to reflect. How much of what you spend is actually for you? and how much is to impress others? Would you still make the same purchases if no one could see them? True wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about being financially secure. To break free from lifestyle inflation, high earners need to reframe their mindset. Instead of spending because they can, they should be thinking long-term financial growth. Building true wealth means resisting the urge to constantly upgrade, even when the money is rolling in. Now that we understand how lifestyle inflation keeps people stuck, let's explore what fuels these reckless financial decisions. Let's dive into something that separates the wealthy from the financially stuck: bad money habits. Here's the irony. Many high earners spend like they're rich, but think like they're broke. They prioritize flash over foundation, new cars over investments, status symbols over savings. They rack up credit card debt just to keep up appearances. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you checked where your money is actually going? If you're not tracking it, you're probably bleeding cash without even realizing it. And here's the kicker. Some of them make good money but have zero clue how to manage it. Financial literacy isn't taught in schools. And guess what? It's not magically downloaded into your brain the moment you get a high-paying job. Many high earners fall into the trap of thinking short-term. They focus on immediate gratification rather than long-term stability. They chase temporary luxuries instead of securing their financial future. Instead of thinking, how can I make my money last? They think, how can I spend my next paycheck? And that mindset is exactly why they remain financially stuck. To escape this, they need to switch their focus from consumption to wealth preservation. The goal isn't just to earn more, it's to grow and protect what you earn. That's what separates the truly wealthy from those who just look rich. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. Now that we've covered bad money habits, let's talk about another major drain: taxes. Here's something that most high earners learn the hard way. Taxes will eat you alive if you don't plan for them. Let's say you make $500,000. Sounds great, right? Until the government takes 40 to 50% of that. Suddenly, that rich salary doesn't look so rich anymore. Wealthy people don't just make money. They know how to keep it. They use tax-efficient strategies, real estate loopholes, and investment vehicles that reduce their taxable income. Meanwhile, high earners who don't plan for taxes just hand over a massive chunk of their income to Uncle Sam year after year. One of the biggest mistakes high earners make? Relying only on salary. Salaries are taxed at the highest rate. Meanwhile, investments, real estate, and businesses offer tax advantages that keep more money in your pocket. Let me ask you this. Do you know how much of your income actually goes to taxes? Most people don't. And that ignorance costs them thousands, sometimes millions over their lifetime. Financially savvy individuals understand that tax planning isn't just for the ultra-rich. It's something everyone should be doing. That's why high-income earners who truly want to build wealth educate themselves on how to legally minimize their tax burden. Now that we've discussed taxes, let's talk about another reason why many high earners feel financially trapped: the golden handcuffs. You'd think earning 6 or 7 figures a year would bring financial freedom, right? Well, not quite. Many high earners find themselves locked into what we call golden handcuffs, a high-paying job that keeps them financially trapped instead of liberated. Doctors, lawyers, corporate executives, these professionals often earn impressive salaries, but they also have massive obligations. Between student loans, mortgages in expensive neighborhoods, private school fees, and luxury lifestyles, they can't afford to step away. The irony? They're working harder just to maintain a lifestyle they barely have time to enjoy. Ask yourself this: if you had to walk away from your job today, could you? If the answer is no, then your income is controlling you, not the other way around. Another issue? Many high earners tie their identity to their job title. They fear taking a step back, even when they're miserable. They're stuck in a high-paying rat race, running faster but getting nowhere closer to true wealth. The key to escaping the golden handcuffs? Building alternative income streams. Investing, starting a side business, or shifting towards passive income sources can loosen the grip of a demanding career. The goal isn't just to make money, it's to create freedom. Now that we've exposed the golden handcuffs, let's talk about another massive wealth destroyer, the illusion of success. We've all heard the phrase, "fake it till you make it." It sounds like confidence-boosting advice, right? But when it comes to personal finance, it's one of the worst money traps out there. So many high earners fall into the appearance of wealth rather than the actual building of wealth. They lease luxury cars, rent high-rise apartments, buy designer clothes, all to impress others. But here's the truth. Real wealth doesn't flex. The truly wealthy don't need to prove anything to anyone. Think about this. If your income disappeared tomorrow, could you sustain your lifestyle for a year? If not, you're not rich. You're just wearing wealth as a costume. The problem with faking wealth is that it forces people into a cycle of debt and financial instability. They feel the pressure to maintain the illusion, so they keep spending, keep borrowing, and keep making financial decisions based on status, not sustainability. And let's be real, most of the people you're trying to impress, they don't even care. The wealthy don't need to show off because their bank accounts do the talking. To escape this trap, high earners must shift their mindset from spending for appearance to investing for longevity. Instead of funneling money into liabilities, they need to focus on assets that build long-term security. Now that we've tackled the illusion of wealth, it's time to explore the real steps to financial independence. Let's identify the traps that keep high earners broke and talk about how to escape them. Because the good news is, it's possible. But it takes a shift in mindset, discipline, and smart financial decisions. The first step toward true wealth is living below your means. Just because you can afford a luxury car, a bigger house, or the latest gadgets doesn't mean you should buy them. The truly wealthy prioritize financial security over temporary pleasures. Every purchase should be questioned. Does this bring long-term value, or is it just an impulse driven by social pressure? Ask yourself, do you want to impress people today or achieve financial freedom tomorrow? Next, it's crucial to automate your savings and investments. Many people save whatever is left after spending, but the wealthy flip that script. They invest first and spend later. By setting up automated contributions to savings accounts, retirement funds, and investment portfolios, you ensure your money is working for you even when you're not actively thinking about it. The key is consistency. Small contributions over time lead to significant financial growth. Relying on just one income stream is risky, and that's why the wealthy diversify their earnings. Investments in stocks, real estate, side businesses, or other passive income sources ensure financial security. Imagine losing your job today. Would you still have money coming in? If not, it's time to start creating income sources that don't depend on your active labor. Debt is another silent killer of wealth, and while not all debt is bad, mismanaged debt is dangerous. Many high earners carry enormous mortgages, car loans, and credit card balances that eat into their income. Reducing high-interest debt should be a top priority. Instead of viewing debt as a normal part of life, see it as an obstacle to wealth. Smart investors leverage good debt for wealth building, while reckless spenders let debt drain their potential. One of the biggest mistakes high earners make is ignoring tax strategies. A significant portion of income disappears into taxes, yet many do little to minimize this expense. The wealthy use legal tax strategies, such as business deductions, real estate depreciation, and tax-advantaged investment accounts, to keep more of their money. If you're not proactively planning your taxes, you're essentially giving away free money. A major shift in financial independence comes with learning to say no. Not every opportunity, purchase, or social event is worth your time or money. Just because friends or colleagues are splurging on luxury vacations or designer brands doesn't mean you should follow suit. The truly wealthy understand that financial freedom isn't about looking rich. It's about being financially unshakable. Can you resist the temptation to keep up with appearances in favor of long-term stability? Finally, The most critical factor in escaping the high earner trap is adopting a long-term mindset. The biggest difference between the wealthy and those who remain financially trapped? Delayed gratification. Instead of chasing instant pleasure, the rich focus on sustainable, long-term wealth creation. The question is, would you rather have short-term luxuries or permanent financial freedom? The choice is yours. At the end of the day, high earners don't have a money problem. They have a money management problem. The solution isn't just making more, it's keeping and growing more. By making smarter financial choices, resisting social pressures, and focusing on sustainable wealth building, you can break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle that keeps so many high-income earners financially stuck. To wrap things up, we've navigated through a lot of valuable content. So let's recap everything we've discussed today in Why Most High Earners Stay Poorer Than They Appear. We've explored how high income doesn't equal high net worth. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. Then, we uncovered the dangerous cycle of lifestyle inflation, where rising earnings often lead to rising expenses rather than financial growth. We also broke down bad money habits, how reckless spending and lack of financial literacy keep many high earners broke. Then we exposed tax traps, where high-income earners lose almost half their earnings simply because they don't plan efficiently. We dove into the golden handcuffs, where high salaries create dependency rather than freedom. And we shattered the illusion of success behind the fake-it-till-you-make-it trap, which keeps people looking rich but staying broke. Finally, we uncovered the real escape plan, how smart money management, diversifying income, reducing debt, mastering taxes, and focusing on long-term financial growth is the way to true wealth. The truth is, wealth isn't about making more money. It's about building a system that keeps money working for you, even when you're not working. Every dollar you earn should have a purpose, and that purpose should be to grow, protect, and sustain your financial future. So, now I want to hear from you. Which of these financial traps have you seen high earners fall into the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss and learn from each other. If this video gave you that light bulb moment, I highly recommend checking out my next video, which complements this one perfectly. Share this video with a friend who could use this knowledge. Subscribe so you never miss out on life-changing insights. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.